You're in Braves country. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all, when you just A to Z. Think of your the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the Great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Line Up for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
Me, you can't smoke like me. You can't drink like me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub call. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
you're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose white stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Play ball!
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of the...
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Normally, we do not do the lineups for doubleheaders because there's simply no time, but this is a special day in Major League Baseball history, so we'll start it off with this. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate today, it's David Rackley, your first base umpire, making Major League Baseball history as the first female MLB umpire to call a regular season game. It's Jen Pawol. Second base will be manned by Chris Guccione, and down the third base line, it's Chad Whitson. Now for your lineups. Leading off and playing second base, Xavier Edwards. 1 home run, 30 RBI, a .303 average. Kyle Stowers is in right field, 25 home runs, 71 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .293. Ramirez, the designated hitter, 17 home runs, 52 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .240. And Liam Hicks is behind home plate and batting fourth. He's got 4 home runs, 34 RBI, a .256 average. Batting fifth, playing center, Jacob Marcy. 1 home run, 5 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .435. Batting sixth and in left field, Dan Myers. 5 home runs, 25 RBI, 16 stolen bases, batting .241. Johnston is batting seventh and playing first. He's got 2 RBI, a .167 average. Sanoa is batting eighth and playing short. 4 home runs, 24 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .244. Paulie is at third base and batting ninth. 3 home runs, 10 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .219. On the mound for the Miami Marlins, it's Ryan Gusto, coming over from a trade with the Houston Astros. He's 7-4 with a 4.92 ERA, a 1.43 whip, 86 innings, 95 hits, 87 strikeouts, 28 walks, 13 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Hurston Waldrop, and it seems that he is up for good. He's 1-0 with a 1.59 ERA and a .88 whip. 5.2 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 hits, 2 walks allowed, no home runs served. We'll go over the other moves, but it tends to lean to the fact that the Braves are adding Waldrop to the rotation for the long haul. Backing up Waldrop in the bottom of the first inning, Jerks and Profar. 6 home runs, 14 RBI, 3 stolen bases, banked .234. Batting second, playing first, Matt Olson. 18 homers, 68 RBI, a .257 average. Batting third, the designated hitter, Drake Baldwin. 13 home runs on the year. Sean Murphy, behind home plate, with 16 home runs on the year, batting cleanup. Michael Harris, the second, patrolling center field and batting fifth with 10 home runs. Ozzie Albies, batting sixth, playing second, 9 home runs. Eli White in right field with 7 home runs and 27 RBI, 8 stolen bases. Nacho Alvarez batting eighth with a .209 average, and at third, Nick Allen is at short with a .225 average. American Rebel Beer, keys to the game tonight. It's all about the pitching. Neither team has seen either pitcher. So it's going to take a good job of being patient at the plate and not swinging at the very first pitch you see. If you've never seen a guy, you need to make him work. Waldrop definitely has better stuff, but the Marlins have had a better approach at the plate all year long. The other big key to the game today, welcoming in Jen Pawol, breaking the gender barrier, becoming the first female umpire in Major League Baseball history to call a regular season game, and it's well overdue. We hope she has a good, clean game today and a great career, paving the way for others. She'll be at first once again. They have not announced if she'll be a part of the night crew. Doubleheaders, you never know, but she is supposed to be back on Sunday for sure. Pick to click today, we'll take Matt Olson. We think he's overdue. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win the matinee 5-2. Remember, tonight, 7:15, Game 2. Alcantara is supposed to be on the bump for the Marlins, and it appears it'll be Eric Fetty opening for the Braves, and probably a bit of a swing bullpen game, trying to get Fetty through the order the first 2 times. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves Country.
Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Good evening, Braves Country. Good afternoon, Braves Country. Just about set for first pitch. We'll say salutations as we go along here. We're always in a jam going into the double headers as we welcome everybody in. We welcome Jen Pawol to Major League Baseball. And I know there's some snide comments in there. That probably just shows a little bit of your shortcomings, but we're going to give her a round of applause anyways. She'll be at first base, and supposedly she's going to be doing tonight's game, but I don't know. Typically what would happen is that she would go behind home plate from first to home. But that's not typical on a double header because typically whoever is behind home plate doesn't work in game one. So my guess would be she's going to be third base tonight and then probably second base tomorrow, but that's just a huge guess. They don't want the home plate umpire typically to work game one of a doubleheader, and they don't want the game one umpire to work game two of the doubleheader because it's a lot. For people who don't realize, it's a lot back there behind home plate. I know we give umps a hard time, but it is a lot to deal with when you're talking about crouching back there for 3 hours in the hot sun. And so we'll see what happens. Braves are hitting the field in their home whites. 2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate?
You're in Braves Country.
We'll go ahead and put card up on the screen waiting for the 3D to kick in. Got a moment or two before the game starts. Braves will be on defense wearing their home whites, their traditional white jerseys, white pants top to bottom. Thank you for the contribution there, Justin Hightower. Welcome back to the Country Club. Hightower will give you a double pop. And we'll put one in for Chris Townsend as well. What I've seen from Jen so far on both of the casts, she is smiling ear to ear. I'm sure her family has flown into the game. I haven't heard that officially, but I got to imagine her immediate family would be there. There's a lot of little girls with signs in the stands welcoming her in. And adult females as well. It's a very, very proud day. Long overdue in Major League Baseball. Hurston Waldrop is doing the warm-ups. And if you missed what I said on the intro, all indications is that he is here to stay now. So expect him to stay on the roster, which means he'll pitch again later in the week. The Braves did make corresponding moves. We'll get into that here in 1 second. As the Miami Marlins are in grays top to bottom. Black ball caps, Miami Marlin logo on the front. Braves, white top to bottom. Blue and red outlined in the numbers. And we are just about set. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. The first pitch on the way, as we wait for the 3D, there it goes, is chopped foul off the plate. It's on one. Take me a second to line it up with the way I have to bring this one. The 0-1. Waldrop grabs the ball. Looks into Smurf, who's behind the plate. He'll kick and fire it outside. It's 1-0. What you're looking at Hurston Waldrop today in his pitch mix, his repertoire, is the 1-1. Waldrop turns and fires. Swing and a miss. Curveball down and in. 1-2. Good pitch. Thank you for the channel support there, Iron Lung. The 1-2 from Waldrop. Turns and fires. Splitter misses down and away, 2-2. Real quick on his repertoire. Last time he was up, so the percentages are way off. I don't think that they calculated it from last time, so we'll just give you what he does have in his repertoire. Is the 2-2 pitch. Splitter down and away. Did he go around? Third base umpire, Chad Whitson, says he did not. Full count. He's got a sinker, a curve, a four-seam fastball that he's gotten away from, but he still has it. A cutter, a splitter, and a slider. So a 6-pitch mix that he's really dwindled down to about 4. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the splitter inside, 1 away. Hurston Waldrop, we've got the gumdrop emoji. If you remember last time he was up, that was his call, and I'll be doing it again. Waldrop, gumdrop, 1 away. One down. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer. Right down the pipe, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-lefty. Brings it. Swing, chops it foul, it's 0-2. 0-2 count. Braves nothing, Marlins nothing, just getting going on a double dip. Let's play 2, as Ernie Banks would say. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the splitter down and away. Wall drop, gum drop to away. If you're not familiar with Hurston Waldrop, he was the first round pick of your Atlanta Braves in 2023. First pitch on the way is the 97-mile-an-hour sinker down and away. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Ramirez, the batter, batting .240, 17 home runs, 52 RBI. The 0-1, way outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves nothing, Marlins nothing. The pitch misses down and in, 2-1. 2-1. Waldrop looks into Smurf. He sets up out wide. Swing. That ball's ripped over to third. It's an atom ball to Nacho Alvarez, and that'll end the inning. Marlins go down. 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Everyone's always like, oh, TikTok's selling your data to China. The Chinese want your data. It's like, let them have my data. I'm wearing shoes that their children made. That seems like a fair trade.
December 14th, British soldiers Hugh Montgomery and Matthew Kilroy were sentenced to death following the second Boston Massacre trial in 1770. Captain Preston was acquitted in the first trial, and 6 other soldiers acquitted in the second, except for Montgomery and Kilroy. They were found guilty of manslaughter for killing Crispus Atticus and Samuel Gray. However, both men avoided execution by invoking benefit of the clergy, an old legal tradition allowing first-time offenders to claim mercy. Originally requiring the reading of a Bible verse known as the neck verse, traditionally Psalm 51:1, a plea for divine forgiveness, the practice followed the British to America, and it evolved by the 18th century to include most literate men. Because manslaughter, unlike murder, qualified for this one-time benefit, Montgomery and Kilroy were spared the gallows. So they could never claim it again, their thumbs were branded with an M for manslaughter, then were banished from Massachusetts, escorted out of Boston under heavy guard to avoid mob violence. Their departure left the city seething, decrying the unjustly lenient verdict, leaving Samuel Adams and other patriots pushing for one more trial.
Well, my wife and I went to a couples counseling meeting today. And the speaker said something about 80% of men don't know what their wife's favorite flower is. I whispered to my wife, self-rising, isn't it?
I remember going into Boston. I got up to bat and it was late in the game. I got a standing ovation. Going, what the hell's this? Well, what I didn't realize is the talk show hosts and the papers are saying George Brett's over the hill. He can't play anymore. Everybody assumed it was going to be the last time that I'd be playing there. At the All-Star break, I don't know what I was hitting, 250, 260 maybe. And I said, okay, you can put on a charge and go out there and bust your ass the rest of the year, or you can just pack it in. So I just said, screw it, I'm going all in.
But he is just locked in on a swing.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Righty-lefty to start us off. Jerkson Profar digs in against Ryan Gusto. First pitch on the way is high and outside wide. It's 1-0. Gusto will come in with a 5-pitch mix. The 1-0 swing. That ball's belted down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. Just foul, curving into the corner. And that had plenty of pop, plenty of ride. Profar's really starting to get that home run swing down here recently. Comes in with 6 home runs on the year. He's hit 3 in the past week. 1-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, slaps it back foul. Cutter. 1-2. Ryan Gusto has a 4-seam fastball that he leans on 46% of the time, a curve at 15, sinker at 10, sweeper at 10, and cutter at 10. And a changeup at 9. 1-2 misses high, 2-2. So essentially, he leans on that fastball, and it's a pretty good one. Averages around 94, gets up around 96. In the rest of his pitches, he spreads out pretty evenly. So a true kitchen sink pitcher. The 2-2. Swing. Rips it back foul. We'll do it again. Profar batting .234 on the year, 6 home runs, 14 RBI. The Braves made a couple of moves today, bringing up Herson Waldrop and reported Vidal Brujan to the Atlanta club as the 2-2. Fouled straight back, will do it again. He's the infielder we picked up off of waivers yesterday. They optioned Jonathan Ornelas and called it. Did I not call it last night? Dylan Dodd is heading back down to the minors. The 2-2 count. Inside, check swing. Did he go around? He did. Strike 3. Third base umpire Chad Whitson with the call, 1 away. One up, 1 down. Good to see everybody in the chat. Try to get them as we go along here. Gary and Velvet and Royal. Tree Nug. As the curveball's down below the knees. 1-0. My man Nathaniel Brooks and Gary the Real McCoy. Oswaldo's in here today. Justin Hightower. 1-0 right there. It's 1-1. There's a great running back in the college and NFL years and years ago, Alonzo Hightower. I don't know if you remember him, Justin. I don't know if you're old enough to remember. The 1-1, down and away. 2-1. I wonder how much John's paying attention here because his Buffalo Bills are playing the New York Giants. Oof, can you imagine having to go to a pretend football game in the sun in New York on an August afternoon? The 2-2. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. Oh, it is being played in Buffalo. I thought it was over in New Jersey. So, it's probably 32 degrees out there. The 2-2. Outside wide, 4-seam fastball, full count. George is in here today. Justin. AY. Good to see you, AY. Mark Ricky Ricardo. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Good Lord. That made it maybe 25 feet up the line. 2 down. John. Scrolling through these as I try to call the game, so if I miss you, just add in at the end. Thought I saw Tim Short, Sam, Mac, Gabriel, and aggressively, welcome to the country club. There's a curveball outside wide, 1-0. There was, thought I saw, was it Robert that's going to the game? I can no longer see the comments from that far back. The 1-0. Right down the pipe cutter, 1-1. Braves nothing, Marlins nothing. Bottom of the first inning. Drake Baldwin batting .284, 13 home runs, 46 RBI. The 1-1 pitch. Swing! Rattles it back. It's 1-2. One-two count. Very strange. Normally, when you're nervous, the game always finds you as the 1-2. Fouls down the line, 2-2. Especially when you're new. We are about to have an out, 2 up, 2 sides up, 2 sides down, a full inning of play. No plays at first base, which is extremely strange. The 1-2 to Baldwin. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gusto with some gusto. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Stop putting mirrors right beside the shower so I can see myself cleaning my own arse. If you like doing that, there's something wrong with you. I don't even understand how it's helpful. It's not like a better view is particularly useful in the shower. If you're having to carry out a visual inspection to see whether you're clean or not, you're not clean. I don't need to be confronted with the cold, hard reality of my body when I'm just trying to relax and clean myself. The shower is a time of peace. You do a bit of singing, you do a bit of thinking. Now, if I go to a hotel, I have to look at a big, fat, hairy man having a shower. I've got a good use for AI, actually. Mirrors should detect if I'm naked and censor me. I should get one of them messages like you get on Instagram. This is graphic content. Are you sure you're ready to view it?
Cardinal outfielder Lou Brock shared Gibson's passion for winning.
Baseball was a war against your opposition. The Cardinals' tradition, the Cardinal pride had a lot to do with that.
The slender, speedy Brock had become one of the most disruptive players in all of baseball.
You imagine yourself as a pitcher even 2 or 3 days before you came into St. Louis. The guy you had to think about was Brock. You know, not only was this guy a great base stealer, he was a 300 hitter. He was really the ignition for that baseball team.
Brock had joined the Cardinals in 1964 and teamed with Gibson to help lead St. Louis to a World Series victory. But by '66, the Cards were struggling as they slipped to 6th place and were dead last in the league in runs scored.
We didn't have big hitters in the middle of our lineup.
In order to change that, they gambled by trading as a Yankee. Roger Maris had outdueled Mickey Mantle to break Babe Ruth's fabled single-season home run record.
He was always dealing with the image of Mickey Mantle as the player who could do no wrong.
Maris is a ball player's ball player. He's great with his teammates. He's great in the clubhouse. He just fit into our little family perfectly.
Welcome back. They're finally showing Jen Pawol on the screen because there hasn't been a play at first. Braves nothing, Marlins nothing. Merson Waldrop goes back to work. First pitch on the way. Cutter right there on the outer edge to Hicks. It's 0-1. 0-1. We've had 2 strikeouts each for both pitchers. Braves popped one up, and there was a line out to third. 1-1 count. I guess technically the pop-up was the first base, but the first baseman was almost standing at home plate when he caught Olson's pop-up. Pitch on the way. Inside, it's 1-2. 1-2 count. Game 1 of a doubleheader. The Twin Bill second game starts tonight at 7:15. Then we got Game 5 of this series tomorrow at 1:35. The 1-2 splitter out wide, 2-2. That splitter of his is bending away with almost two-seam action, but it's missing the plate by a bunch. He's going to have to reel that in. The 2-2 swing, chops it foul towards the dugout. We'll do it again. You don't normally see splitters do that, but today they've been bending in and out with him. When it bends out, it's missing the plate by about 6 inches. The 2-2 count. Swing, chopper, back up the middle. Allen's got it, flips it to Olson, and there's your first out called by first base umpire Jen Pawol. Easy call. I thought for sure, just because you know how it works in baseball, it'd be a controversial play at first or first call. There'd be all kinds of check swings down there. But instead, easy peasy, 6-3, and her career is officially underway. First pitch on the way, swung on, chopped over to second. Ozzy's got it. He'll flip it at first. 4-3, 1 away. Or 2 away, excuse me. Yeah, but he's not practicing much, John. I know he's there, but he's not doing anything. So I'm getting all the updates every day. Yeah, I would think they would save that baseball, Nathaniel. I would think that's going to the Hall of Fame. First pitch on the way is a sinker down and away. It's 1-0. And I would assume that she's going to get one of the balls today. Put on her mantle. The 1-0. Outside wide. Called for a wide strike. We'll take it. It's 1-1. home plate umpire David Rackley today. Doubleheader, you normally get, especially in the day game, you normally get pretty wide zones. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Cutter. Waldrop stuff, though he's been a little wild, he's looked pretty good so far. Clean-shaven Waldrop. Last time he was up, he was rocking it's his profile picture, they have him rocking a pandemic stash. The 1-2, down and away, 2-2. I don't remember him being rocking that, so that might be a really old picture from when he was drafted. Played his college ball at the University of Florida, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We got ourselves a Waldrop gumdrop. 3 strikeouts, 2 innings, no hits. Let's go, Braves country.
It's some bull when I hear people say that white people can't cook. Really? Newsflash, we're literally the whole reason why you have to show your ID to buy Sudafed. So, okay, love you, bye.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I be ordering my coffee so strong I think it might just show up on a drug test.
Dad, who cut the grass?
Same person who always cuts the grass. Me. Why?
It's like the lines are crooked, like they're squiggly. Didn't you say your vision or something was going bad? Because it's showing. The lines, look how crooked they are.
What are you talking about? They're crooked.
Look, you see how it's not, aren't they supposed to be straight lines?
What are you talking about? They are straight. What are you talking about?
Nah, they look crooked. You should have Brett show you how to do it.
I'll tell you what, instead of you sleeping until 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day, why don't you start cutting the grass?
I should.
Tell me Brett knows how to cut the grass. Every time he comes over here, he doesn't know how to cook a egg on the stove. You're going to try to tell me he's going to tell me how to cut the grass.
And as long as you're getting yourself a cup of coffee, would you mind getting me one too?
I'm not getting myself coffee.
Let me rephrase that. Get me a cup of coffee. And by the way, I take my coffee the way I take my women.
Are you sure you want to pay $75 for a cup of coffee?
In Orlando Cepeda's last few years with the Giants, some thought that his skills had eroded. The Cardinals couldn't have cared less, as Cepeda immediately began knocking the ball all over the park and driving his new teammates across the plate.
We got Orlando Cepeda, which meant that your single and I meant something.
With Cepeda leading a recharged offense and the ferocious Gibson anchoring the pitching staff, the 67 Cardinals began to tear through the National League. They were as confident as they were talented, and it didn't seem like anyone could stand in their way.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Atlanta Braves, nothing. Miami Marlins, nothing. Game 3 of a 5-game set. The series is tied at 1 apiece. Sean Murphy will stand at the dish. Ryan Gusto goes back to work. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Down below the knees, it's 1-0. Swing, fouls it back. 1-1. Murphy batting .220 on the year, still sitting on 16 home runs. About as streaky as they come. The 1-1 check swing. Did that hit him? Guess that got him in the hand. I'll take another look at that. Yeah, it got him in the forearm. Don't believe, well, he might have gotten a piece of the forearm, piece of the bone there. At first I thought it was all flush, but he appears to be okay. Michael Harris II will be the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. 1 on, nobody out. First base run of the game for either side. The first pitch is a changeup at the knees. It's 0-1. He's been kind of, so far, home plate umpire, those inside pitches are low pitches, I should say, the 0-1 swing. That ball's rattled down the right field line. It's going to get up the wall and off and get down where the green grass grows. Michael Harris is second at the double. Most other guys running probably score, but Sean Murphy lugging around. We've got runners on first and second and nobody out.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Thank you for the
I got a little round
contribution, Uncle Charlie. Ozzie Albies your batter. First pitch, swing, chops it foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 brings it, swing, pops it up, back behind home plate. It'll land into the seats. 0-2. The 0-2. Infield is back into the right, by the way, so they're not playing them. You notice the Braves is the 0-2. Up top misses 1 and 2. The Braves, if they're in this same situation, they have the infield in. Miami is willing to give up that run at third to stay out of the big inning, which is how old school baseball is normally played. Braves rely heavily on analytics. The 1-2. Swing, chops it over towards second, and that will get the run home. So Ozzie Albies comes through with an RBI. It's not a base hit, but it is an RBI. Good piece of hitting just to get the runner home, and the Braves grab the 1-0 lead.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Sean Murphy comes home to score.
Murphy speaking. I must call an emergency meeting.
Michael Harris scoots on down to third, so now a fly ball would score. The infield will most likely come in with Eli and only one runner on. First pitch on the way is a sweeper at the knees. It's 0-1. Eli batting .245, 7 home runs, 27 ribbies, and an OPS of .689. They do have the infield in. Back into the left. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. 96 miles an hour. He's bringing it. Trying to get that strikeout. Standing on deck is Nacho. In the hole is Allen. The 0-2 count. Swing, pops it up, back foul, out of play. We'll do it again. I would think we probably get Vital Brujan in the second game. He's a third baseman. From my understanding, he can play all over the infield, but that's his. So I would think he's probably going to play for Nacho, and Nacho may slide over and give Ozzie a seat. You never know. The 0-2. Swing, rips it to left. That should score the run. Making the running catch in left field and firing it to home is Dan Myers, and the Braves lead it 2-0. So a good piece of hitting there by the book of Eli. We've got things going.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us.
We got No Way Jose in here today. Is he going to wait for them to get a lead in one of these games? Nacho Alvarez, the batter. First pitch on the way. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Figure if you're going to win one of these games, this is the one that you are most likely to be favored in. Swing and a miss. Sinker. It's 0-2. Tonight, they've got Sandy Alcantara, who has not been the Sandy Alcantara of previous years because he's coming back from the Tommy John surgery. We have Fetty And you just got to figure that's a coin toss. 0-2 count. Nacho's still looking for his first homer of the year, as is Nick Allen, who's standing on deck. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gusto with some gusto. 97. That's the hardest one he's thrown so far. But not before your Atlanta Braves put 2 on the board. It's 2-0 here in Hotlanta on a double dip in August.
Did you know that 40% of men have faced a mental health issue in the past year? That means 60% of you haven't been married yet.
Michael.
And after we had a few beers, we came up with the shower buddy.
The shower buddy? I'm sorry, that name's not official yet.
No, he's wrong. It is official.
I wanted the shower daddy.
Shower daddy is worse on pretty much every level, so.
Yeah. I have to agree, better than having some strange dude in the shower with you.
Yeah, it's not some strange dude. As I've said many, many times, it's your buddy.
Well, why would your buddy be in the shower with you?
Why would your dad?
And guess what? If my man want a steak at 3 o'clock in the morning, guess what I'm going to do at 3 o'clock in the morning? Knock his ass the out. Get your ass up. Who the want to eat steak at 3 a.m. anyways? You sitting right here trying to have clogged arteries so you can pass away so I can raise these kids by myself? I don't think so. Y'all really be acting like if a won't get up at 3 a.m. and fix a steak for her husband. Now it's different. If he's getting ready to go to work and you making him some lunch or something, never mind, because that's about to sound stupid as soon as I said it. Make that steak the night before and he can heat that up in his lunchbox.
So let me get this straight. China cannot own and operate an app in the United States. They can, however, own 384,000 acres of United States farmland. Got it.
The second half has been like a fountain of youth for me. I feel young. I feel great. It's fun to come to the ballpark again.
I remember the second half of that season. It was unbelievable. I mean, every night it was multiple hits. It wasn't a 1 for 4. I mean, it was multiple hits, a lot of games. But he just got locked in, and you could tell that he was on somewhat of a mission.
Boy, George really swinging a magic wand, didn't he?
Ended up having the second half of a lifetime and went from hitting 260 to hitting 329 and win a batting championship, which was incredible.
It's going to be one of the biggest thrills of my career. You know, in April and May, I struggled so bad, and to come back and finish the way I did is a tremendous thrill for me.
Anyway, apparently I have to get back to work. This is bull.
Welcome back. First pitch from Waldrop is right there. First strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Dropping down the bunt is Johnson, barehanded by Nacho Alvarez, and he fumbles those nachos, and it'll be an infield single most likely. I doubt they give him the error. It's going to be a tough play. Johnston runs very well, usually an outfielder, playing first base today. And they've just had a huge shift on, and you're just asking for that. And once again, this goes to this. I talk about it all the time, but it drives me crazy of the analytical dorks that don't know what they're doing. First pitch on the way is a cutter on the outer edge. It's 0-1. You can't have one sweeping blanket of we are going to have a shift on a right-hander and a left-hander every time. Because Johnston is not a hard-hitting left-hander, and he has speed. The 0-1, chopped to the hole. Allen has it, and it's going to be a 6-4 attempt at a 3 double play, but the throw will go wide. I don't think Ozzie would have gotten him anyways. Good speed going down the line with Sanoa. Ozzie was thrown off his back foot. Yeah, he never would have gotten that. The ball did not go into the dugout, so the runner will stay there at first. One on, one out. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Down and in, it's 1-0. You almost wonder if we may get Sandy Leon behind the plate tonight. You would think Drake would probably be the catcher, but he may not be. The 1-0 right there, first strike, 1-1. I would say most definitely we're going to get Marcell Ozuna as the designated hitter. 1-1 count. Swing, pops it back foul. It's 1-2. Braves lead it 2-0. One on, One out. Runner at first. Pull it back so you can see a little bit. You can see the runner leaning off the 1-2 in the dirt. Good block by Murphy, barehanded or backhanded. Braves go with the one-knee catcher, and it's a crapshoot on whether or not they're going to block a pitch like that. That pitch was way to his right. He had to backhand it and hope for the best, and he was able to knock it down. The 2-2 count. Splitter down, 3-2. Full count, and Uncle Paulie will step out of the box, call his timeout. He's batting .219 on the year. Standing on deck is Edwards. Waldrop fires it over to first. Keep the runner close by. Back in under the tag. The payoff pitch. Runner goes. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And on the shift, if you're following along at home, you're wondering why Smurf is running up that third base line, is to make sure the runner didn't keep going, because Nacho is asleep at the wheel over there, and he did not head to third when the runner headed to second. And with that speed, he could have easily turned the corner and headed to third, and it would have been a race between him and Smurf, and we all know he wouldn't win that one. So Nacho now even with the bag. That'll bring it back to the top of the org. Xavier Edwards has had a good series so far. Takes the first pitch, curveball up top. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Swing, chops it over to first. Olsen to Allen to Waldrop. All day long, Jen Powell guns him down, and that's it. Her first double play, and it is a 3-6-1 to end the inning. Braves lead it 2-0. Nick Allen in the top of the order. Due up when we come back.
Hey, I be wondering, like, why nobody eat banana Laffy Taffys, dog? They not bad. They really good, bro. Really got me questioning, like, how some of y'all eat banana pudding, but y'all not gonna eat a banana Laffy Taffy. Like, what's up with y'all, man? I even know a dude that eat a banana like a dude ain't even supposed to eat a banana, and he turned down a banana Laffy Taffy. Nah, I don't even like banana like that, bro. I can't tell, you just deep-throated one. You walk in the gas station, you know they like 35 cents for singles. These be the only ones left. Then the cashier will talk about, yeah, take them. No, you're not about to treat me like you don't want them, bro. I'm about to pay for these. The moral of the story, I'm just asking y'all, like, why y'all don't like banana Laffy Taffys?
67, the Detroit Tigers with Denny McClain and Burl Wolfson and Mickey Lolich. There's a chance that you might leave that city from a hitter's standpoint, maybe 1 for 20 or 1 for 25.
And the Tigers could hit too. Featuring power hitter Willie Horton and future Hall of Famer Al Kaline, Detroit scored the second most runs in the American League.
You were always in trouble as a ball club when you went into Detroit.
But for sheer star power, no team matched the Minnesota Twins. On the mound, they boasted former Cy Young Award winner Dean Chance, as well as one of the best left-handers in the game, former 25-game winner Jim Cott. And when it came to hitting, their trio of Harmon Killebrew, Rod Carew, and Tony Oliva was deadly.
If you never got to see Rod Carew and Tony Oliva hit, you missed something, because Rod Carew won 7 American League batting championships, and Tony Oliva was a Rod Carew type hitter with power.
You couldn't keep those first 2 guys off base, and then you had to face Killebrew, and if you made a mistake, you could be a couple runs behind real quick.
And there it goes. It's way, way back. It's a home run. A 400-footer that sails.
That was a really good double play turn by the Braves, too, by the way. I mean, Olsen had to pick it and gun it to second, and then almost in one motion, Allen turned and flipped it to first, and that is good speed coming down the line. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen. That ball's going to get dropped into right field down for a base hit, and your Atlanta Braves have one on, nobody out. Let's go, Braves country!
Hitting? Not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory T, in which G, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
One on, nobody out. Just a blooper. A Texas leaguer over the first base side in front of the right fielder, Stowers. And the Braves have one on, nobody out. Jurickson Profar comes to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Shows bunt, pulls it back. And Nick Allen will steal second base with ease. He just goes cruising on down there like a Sunday stroll. They fell asleep at the wheel, and the Braves have a runner in scoring position. He took off. He easily 5-6 steps before Gusto ever headed to home plate. The 1-0, high and out of the zone. Cutter misses. 2-0. 2-0 count. Braves 2, Marlins nothing. Allen with good speed, now hanging out in scoring position. The 2-0. Swing, pops it up. Back out of play, 2-1. Jurickson Profar 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out his first time up. Talked about this in the pregame, but all these batters in this game have never seen the opposing starting pitcher on either side. Waldrop because he's a rookie, and Gusto because he's fairly unknown and had been in the American League. The 2-1 pitch, down and in, 3-1. Marlins really got him for rotation depth from the Houston Astros at the deadline. He's not a guy they were bringing in that was going to be front of rotation type stuff, but they knew they were going to need him for days like today. 3-1 count. In the dirt. Ball 4. And Jurickson Profar heads on down to first. 2 on, nobody out.
The Jerks start calling. They're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Matt Olson stands in now with 2 on, nobody out. Here's the pitch. First one is a 91-mile-an-hour cutter off the edge. It's 0-1. Pitches like that yesterday were going for balls. And that's one of the main reasons why Elder struggled. Because that's where he lives, is on the edge. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Chased a curveball in the dirt. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Outside, wide, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 1-2. The 1-2 to Olsen. Swing. Hits it over towards the right side. That's going to go off the glove, under the glove of Johnston, and everybody's going to be safe. Probably be an E3 if you're scoring at home. But nonetheless, he finds his way on.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Just got off the glove, under the glove. Not quite a snow cone because he never had it in his glove, but it kind of popped off the top edge. And everybody is safe. The bases are loaded. That's right, Braves country. Ducks all over the pond. Pitching coach Daniel Moscas will go out there and talk to him. And it's very fitting that the Drake, with all the ducks on the pond, is coming to the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out. And the Drake swaggering into the left batter's box at home plate. Everybody will retreat to their positions to see if he can come up with pay dirt. He had a great night the first night of this series with 2 home runs, a 3-for-5 day, 5 RBIs. See what he can do here. Baldwin 0 for 1, and the infield is in. He hits one hard. It could be 2. First pitch on the way. 94 miles an hour, down and in. It's 1-0. And he's got to keep that in mind, knowing that they're trying to get him. Is the 1-0 swing, slices it back foul. 1-1. He's really looking for a pop-up. That's why he went down and in and then back to the top of the zone. A strikeout would do as well for Gusto. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Chase the curveball in the dirt. 1-2. Drake step out of the box for a second. Try to clear his head. You got a 1-2 count. He's gone sinker. He's gone fastball up top, and then he's gone curveball down and in. Where does he try to finish him off at? The 1-2 from Gusto. Up top, good take. 2-2. They checked down the line, but no way he went. Two count. Bases juiced. Brings it. Swing. Slaps it towards center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run will score. It's 3-0 Atlanta.
Did you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Atlanta comes home. Makes it 3-0. They'll play station to station. Pretty good throw to the infield. We know how conservative Freddie Gonzalez has been over there on third base, so not a big shock. Would have taken a perfect throw, but I think it was probably the right call with the bases loaded. He probably scores because the throw went up the line, but you can understand why he did it. Now Sean Murphy, the batter, first pitch on the way. Swing, chops it over to third. They're going to come home, and that is going to be a double play. No, they're going to call it safe. Jen Powell calls him safe there at the first base bag. We'll have to see what the replay is. First, I thought with Murph's speed, he was going to be out when it came into view. It was very close. They do not want to challenge it. So, good call, and the Braves have bases loaded still with 1 out. I don't know what Profar was doing. He was dancing all in and out of the line. Oh, that's tie goes to the runner right there. That was a close one. I mean, he may have been out, but I don't think it gets overturned. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch on the way to Harris, pops it up down the left field line, giving chase. Very shallow and no chance to send Olsen. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. So a golden opportunity slipping through the cracks for the Braves. And it'll be up to Ozzie Albies with the bases loaded. There are 2 outs. Braves lead it 3-0. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Ozzie. Swing. Fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. That goes back to that that run that Freddie Gonzalez left on the board there. Can understand why he did it, but I would just, whoever our third base coach is next year, I hope they're more aggressive. It's dull watching what they do. The 0-1 inside misses 1-1. You almost wonder if Freddie Gonzalez is going to get roped into some kind of gambling conspiracy where he's taking the under. I mean, he never takes that leap of faith that his speedster, a guy like Profar, is going to make it. The 1-1 up top for a strike, 1-2. Ozzie didn't like that call. It was in the zone, and Honest Engine, the pitch before, was in the zone too. So the idea that he's complaining about that, no, he's a little shorter than most guys, but that was in the zone. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him, strike 3. So Freddie Gonzalez playing patty cake costs us a run. We'll be back in a flash. We do lead it 3-0 here in Braves country. We'll be back in a flash.
The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. It's drawn the finest people.
People say that, oh, you want to be different so bad, you want to be different so bad. No. I would much rather fit in and be liked. But there's something wrong with me, psychologically.
Nice to meet you, Meg.
Wow, you've got a great voice. Would you record my outgoing voicemail message?
I'd be happy to.
And could you make it sound like one of your truck commercials?
If you're looking for something rugged, something durable, something with an endless supply of gas and a tailgate made for dumping, then you must be looking for Meg. Meg might not be much to look at, but with 2 different shape airbags, Meg is one ride you won't mind taking out to the middle of nowhere and giving it your all. She's road ready and road hard. Kindly leave your go-by and Roman numerals at the sound of the chow bell.
Let's keep the Dodgers in Brooklyn. Our house is not a home without some...
One summer day in 1839 at Cooperstown, New York, on the shores of Lake Otsego, the local academy was playing a game of town ball against Green's Select School. The rules of town ball were so loose that every hit was fair, and boys sometimes ran headlong into one another. That day, an academy player named Abner Doubleday sat down and on the spot drew up the rules for a brand new game and called it baseball. Abner Doubleday would eventually become a hero at the Battle of Gettysburg, and his game would become the national pastime, or so the legend has it. Abner Doubleday really was a distinguished soldier, but he was at West Point, not Cooperstown, that summer. Never claimed to have had anything to do with baseball, may never have even seen a professional game.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball, and the Atlanta Braves lead this one 3-0. First pitch on the way from Waldrop is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 swung on, lifted by Stowers, high into right field, but not very deep. Underneath it is the Book of Eli. One away. Waldrop sitting at 39 pitches, so good. So far, so good on that front. I'd like to be a little lower, but as long as this isn't a long inning, it won't be an issue. He went 5 2/3 on Sunday, so he had the extra day of rest. First pitch on the way inside, almost gets him. It's 1-0. And you have to remember, when you're in the minor leagues, you are not on a typical 5-day-a-week or five-day rotation. Is the 1-0. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Nowadays, they play games Tuesday through Sunday or Wednesday through Sunday, depending on weather. Is the 1-1, chops it foul, 1-2. Typically, it's 5 to 6 games in a series. And so the starting pitchers down there are typically going once a week. The 1-2, swing belted down the left field line. Looks like it's going to be out. Oh, did Jurickson Profar just steal one? He went over the wall and stole the ball. Holy cow. Wow. I can't believe what I just saw. Jurickson Profar
insane? Jerk Stoll would have smoked that guy.
He goes over the wall.
Him, I say.
The wall itself is about belt high to him when he dives over the wall. Backhanded catch.
It's
facing the bullpen.
And a smart crowd will appreciate it.
And he comes up all smiles.
Bonehead mass audience. Not you. Well, the Jerk Stoll call. They're running out of you.
Pro far, pro good. Man, you talk about someone who's out there spotting dimes and eating onions. First pitch on the way is a four-seamer right there for a strike on the 1-0. It's 1-1. He has made so many unbelievably bad defensive plays out there in left field, and now he goes out there and probably gets the play of the year for the Braves. 1-1 misses outside wide 2-1. A couple of them come to mind that Michael has done, but none as dramatic as that where he's hanging over the fence. The 2-1. Down and in, 3-1. Think of a couple of ones that Michael did, and then as far as, wasn't necessarily as dramatic and poetic as that one, but the play that Eli White made in Bristol was game-saving. The 3-1, right down the pipe, sinker, 3-2. Where he didn't catch the ball, but he knocked it and kept it from going over the wall, and the Braves ended up winning right after that. That would have tied the game. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Gumdrop, wall drop. He's got 4 Ks, and we've got Jerks and Profar climbing the wall. Who is this team? We'll be back in a flash.
Oh my God, I almost died. I almost died. That was so scary. Thank you.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
I know you have a great memory, and I just thought we'd get some of the baseball things out of the way. Going along the way in pursuit of Ty Cobb, do you remember your 1,000th hit?
Yes, sir. I was off Carl Morton down in Atlanta at that time. He was Rookie of the Year for the Atlanta Ball Club, and, he passed away a couple years ago at a very young age, so he's a fine pitcher.
Do you remember your first hit?
Sure, everybody remembers their first hit. It was at Crosby Field. It was my 5th at-bat. It was against Bob Friend. It was a triple down the left field line.
All right, what about hit number 2,000?
2000, I missed getting it here in Cincinnati, and I got it off of Ron Bryan at Candlestick Park in front of a big crowd of about 4,300.
What about hit number 3,000?
Well, 2,500 was right here against Bruce Keeson the last day before we went on a long road trip, and of course 3,000 was right here against the Montreal Expos, and that was kind of ironic because it was off of Steve Rogers, and the guy who presented me the ball was Tony Perez in a Montreal uniform, and I had a Cincinnati uniform on. And last year when we came back, I had a chance to get my 4,000 hit with me in a Montreal uniform and him playing first in a Cincinnati uniform, but I walked 4 times and grounded out once.
When you broke Stan Musial's record?
Well, that was off of Mark Littell, 36-31, and I might add it was the first day back after the 81 strike, because I tied the record off of Nolan Ryan the day before the strike went into effect.
What about that 4,000th hit? Who was that against?
My old team, the Philadelphia Phillies, who I played with before I went to Montreal, and it was off of Jerry Kuzman. It was a double down the right field line.
So a lot of the things you have done occurred right here in Cincinnati, including the last day of what? Ty Cobb's career, wasn't it his anniversary?
Right, it was 57 years to the day that he pinched hit for the last time, and when he pinched hit, he went back home. I don't know why he went back home, but he just decided to retire at that time.
Profar getting high fives as he came back to the dugout. What an outstanding play if you're just joining us. First pitch on the way is a ball pop off the glove of Ramirez and go to the backstop. Eli White at the plate. It's 1-0. Wasn't a bad throw. He tried to do a snap frame and spit the bit. The 1-0 outside wide, 2-0. 2-0 count. Braves lead at 3-0. The 2-0. Right there. Sinker, 2-1. He's gone cutter, sinker, then back to the sinker. The 2-1 pitch. Inside swing and a miss. Chased a bad one inside. 2-2. Eli sack fly and an RBI his first time up. The 2-2. Swing. Chops it towards third. Gonna have to hurry with Eli's speed, but 5-3 will get him. Paulie to Johnston. One away. One down, and Nacho Alvarez will come to the plate. Nacho, 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch on the way is a cutter down and away. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Four-seam fastball in the intercut. Braves 3, Marlins nothing. Nacho Alvarez batting .205 on the year. I think he'll definitely get a seat in game 2. 1-2 fouls it back. 2-2. Think that it'll probably be Vital grabbing third in the game, second game, and Luke Williams may give Nick Allen a seat. Usually Ozzie doesn't like to sit. The 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. We know our Iron Man will lobby to play in the game. Matt Olson, his consecutive game streak. Nick Allen, the batter, he dumped one into right field his first time up. A blooper, and came around to score. First pitch is a sinker, inside to Nick Allen. It's 0-1. 93 miles an hour on that one. Gusto's 66 pitches, the 0-1, pops it up. That should end the inning. Can of corn over by second. Who wants it? Edwards will grab it, and that'll end it. F4 in your scorecard. The Braves go down in order. We'll be back in a flash here in Braves country with the lead, 3-0.
You know why there's no knock-knock jokes about America?
No, why?
Because freedom rings.
This will solve most of the problems in your life, and I'll keep it short and sweet. Love who loves you. Support who supports you, respect who respects you, and ignore who ignores you. Simple.
People often ask me, Marcel, what's the best way to change a tire? And I give them the truth. My name isn't Marcel. It's Heidi, and I don't know how to change a tire. The only reason I'm outside is because I heard the heat was stroking people. Had to see for myself.
July 9th, 1958 on Capitol Hill, after the old professor gives 45 minutes of rambling and confusing testimony, many of the senators laugh when they ask the Mick to respond to his inquiry about the issues. Casey Stengel and Mickey Mantle appear in front of a Senate subcommittee investigating baseball's antitrust exemption.
I was asking you, sir, why it is that baseball wants this bill passed.
I would say I wouldn't know, but I would say the reason why they'd want it passed is to keep baseball going as the highest baseball sport that has gone into baseball, and from the baseball angle. I'm not going to speak of any other sport. I'm not in here to argue about other sports. I'm in the baseball business. It's been run cleaner than any baseball business that was ever put out in the 100 years at the present time.
Well, Mr. Mantle, do you have any observations with reference to the applicability of the antitrust laws to baseball?
My views are just about the same as Casey's.
That'll be $135.82.
Okay, who do I make the check out to?
To Target. Who the f*** else would you make it out to?
Welcome back. First pitch from Waldrop. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Gun drop, Waldrop, 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. The 0-1. This is high and out of the zone, 1-1. One count. Kicks and fires. 96 at the knees. 1-2. Tell you what, he is a mass improvement of what we saw last year. Hopefully he can keep it up. Seems to have confidence, seems to have control. The 1-2. Just misses outside, tried to get him to chase. 2-2. He's working quickly, and maybe that was an adjustment that he made, but maybe that comes from the confidence, but he is dealing. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the splitter. Inside. 1 away. Good pitch there by Waldrop. 5th strikeout of the day. One up, one down. There's a delay on the field somewhere. Not sure what's going on. They're looking down the third base line, trying to figure out what it is they're staring at. Maybe some debris on the field. Second base umpire Chris Guccione is going back to his spot, so maybe he had it. I don't know what he's doing. First pitch on the way, 97 miles an hour. Upstairs for a strike, it's 0-1. Of course, he didn't know what he was doing behind home plate the other night, so fair enough. The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. 1-1 count. I don't know if he's talking about the lights that came on because of the darker clouds, but that's just, those are automatic. The 1-1 lifted into right field. Making the catch is Eli. 2 down. That's the last thing we need is a rain delay in a doubleheader in August in Atlanta. Two down. Marlins are still somewhat fighting for the playoffs, although it's a long shot. If these two teams were both totally out of it, you would just call it for sure after 5 innings. The Braves leading. The 0-1, swing and a miss, it's over. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Another swing and miss. This one was a splitter down and in. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Troy Johnston, he had an infield single where he dropped a bunt against the shift. The 0-2. In the dirt. Splitter bounces out in front of Smurf. 1-2. Same two teams, 7:15 tonight. Will come on the air about 6:45. 1-2 count. His 61st of the afternoon. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Give Waldrop, Gumdrop a 6-pack, baby. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I wasn't flirting. I'm naturally adorable. If you have a problem with that, take it up with God.
Garlic bread is my favorite food. I could honestly eat it for every meal. Or just eat it all the time without even stopping.
You get fat.
No, why would I get fat?
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat?
Everybody grown until it's time to communicate, apologize, or tell the truth.
I think Hammond Killebrew was the best home run hitter I ever saw. He hit 47, 48, 49 home run every year.
Oh, he really hit that one. One team that would not contend in 1967 was the New York Yankees. But Mickey Mantle would give Yankee fans one memorable moment to savor as he became just the 6th player in history to hit 500 homers. There it goes! It's out of here! Mantle had finally become struggling to live up to the legendary Joe DiMaggio. This was something that Red Sox outfielder Carl Yastrzemski could relate to, as he had been trying for 6 years to replace a Boston icon.
Taking over for the greatest hitter that ever lived, Ted Williams, and the pressure on him was tremendous.
Williams was very outspoken, very opinionated, very talkative. Yastrzemski, on the other hand, was kind of shy, kind of withdrawn, kind of introverted.
Being a youngster at 21 years old, I would like to have come into the big leagues, been unnoticed, and not taking Ted Williams' place or being called the next Ted Williams. I think it would have made it much easier for me.
He wasn't hitting for power. He had 300 batting averages, 1 batting titles, but the fans still weren't viewing him as this is the Yaz we expected. They wanted 30, 35 home runs, 120 RBI, plus the batting, plus everything else.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Braves leading 3-0. Jerks and Profar leads us off. Top of the order for your Atlanta Braves. 1-2-3. First pitch is chopped down the line. Foul. It's 0-1. I don't know if that's it for Waldrop or not. He was getting handshakes in the dugout. He's only had like 60 pitches. The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1. They may be protecting their young arms, so you never know. Just 61 pitches through 5 innings, incredibly low pitch count. 1-1, high and out of the zone, 2-1. 6 strikeouts, 61 pitches, 39 for strikes. Lowers his ERA this year to .84. We'll see if he does come back out. I hope not. I enjoy watching this kid throw. The 2-1, 93-mile-an-hour four-seamer, ball 3-1. So the 3-1 count. You'd like to see him get his first quality start in the major leagues. He goes one more inning. 3-1 pitch. Misses hot. Oh, come on. Come on. What are we doing here? David Rackley calls a pitch out of the zone by about an inch or two. Would have been ball 4 instead. Get Jen behind the plate. What the hell are you doing, Rackley? The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it back, foul. Good to see you straight. Sleepy? Couple people coming in here. Better late than never. So a full count to Profar, the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 100% on David Rackley. He should be standing at first base. One away. Younger? Hopefully that's how you pronounce that. One up, one down, and Matt Olson. Man, is he struggling. He did get an infield single earlier. First pitch on the way is a curveball. Chop foul down the line. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 on the day. Popped up his first time. The 0-1. Change up. 1-1. A little surprised they did not call that an error, but that's just home cooking from our hometown scorekeeper. The 1-1, outside wide, 2-1. If you miss the play, the ball, fairly routine ground ball to the right of the first baseman. He lunged and it went off his glove and everybody was safe. I mean, that might be a single in Little League, is the 1-2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. But I guarantee you, Matt Olson would tell you, if I make that play, I would expect to get an error. 2-1 count, or 2-2 count, excuse me. 1 down, bottom of the 5th. The 2-2, swing, flips it back, foul. Braves 3, Marlins nothing, bottom of the 5th. It's an official game, so if there is any kind of a cancellation, as the darker clouds move in the background, the 2-2. Down below the knees, full count. Nothing showed on the radar that it was anything that was going to threaten the game. I think it was just dark enough to automatically turn the lights on, and Guccione flipped out about it. The payoff pitch, swing, curveball outer edge. Might have chased one off the plate, but honest engine, that's a little too close to take. Standing on deck is Baldwin, Murph in the hole. Matt Olson about to see his 8th pitch of this at bat. The 82nd pitch of Gusto for the afternoon. The payoff, down below the knees, ball 4. So good at bat there by Olson. He works his way aboard.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Gusto might be showing some effects. A lot of pitches so far. He does have 6 strikeouts. Should be 5, and that's his second walk. Should be 3 if you were with us at the beginning of this inning. Drake Baldwin, your batter. Swing! That ball's hammered to right field. Drifting over, making the running catch in the corner is Stowers for a loud out number 2. Pretty much right at him. If it goes to the right just a little bit more, that's going to be down in the corner. Hard hit ball. .103 miles an hour off the bat of Drake Baldwin. Just hit them where they are. Sean Murphy, the batter. First pitch on the way is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. I guess as opposed to hit them where they ain't, he hit them where they is. The 0-1 count. Righty. Swing. Dribbles it to short. Should be an easy 6-3. High throw. Way high throw, and he's going to be safe. Off the bag. And your Atlanta Braves have runners on first and second. 2 outs. Terrible throw.
I must call an emergency meeting.
Sanoa skied that ball over the first baseman's head, Johnson. He made a leaping catch.
Don't try to fool me.
Pawol right there for the call. He tried to find the bag in time, but by the time he touched the bag, the Smurf had crossed the pillow. So a good call there by first base umpire rookie. And Michael Harris the second. Swings at the first pitch, and are you kidding me? After all that. F7 in your scorecard, lazy fly ball. That'll end the inning. Braves put a couple on, but can't get anything done. We'll be back in a flash. Braves, Marlins. 3-0. We go to the 6th.
Does it ever bother you that people call you Shorty? Does it bother you that people call you a retard? Nobody calls me that. Right. Does anyone ever call me names? Or...
You mean like retard?
Yeah.
No.
The following people need to be deported immediately. People who wear tight jeans when it's hot outside. People who have tummy aches. People who have destination weddings. Anyone who refuses to accept, there's only one Willy Wonka. People who chew with their mouth open. People who take a nap wearing jeans. People who have gender reveal parties. People who name their kids something normal but change the spelling.
Jobs are clingy as hell. Why do you need to see me 8 hours a day, 5 days a week? Why can't I just meet up with you on Tuesday, we discuss our relationship, and I go to home? You're requiring more from me than my own family. The gall to say, would you like to come in on your day off? I barely made it through my own shift, and you asked me if I want to cover for somebody else. I'm going to cover some, all right? This phone so I don't see it vibrating.
Roger Connor, not to be confused with John Connor, wasn't a Terminator, but he terminated baseballs. Just ask any pitcher during his era. He slugged baseball's first Grand Slam in 1881, even though the term hadn't been invented yet. They didn't call it a walk-off home run either. Despite his large stature, 6'3", 200 pounds to be exact, he still was pretty agile on the base pass, stealing 244 and hitting 233 triples. He had extraordinary power, once hitting a home run completely out of the Polo Grounds and right onto 112th Street. He was the first player to reach 1,000 career walks, and his 138 career home runs would not be passed until some guy named Babe Ruth came along. If you want to find him, all you had to do was look up league leaders from every season from 1880 to 1894, where he was a mainstay. His defense vastly improved after moving from third base to first base, where he led the league 4 times in fielding percentage. Some people believe he was one of the reasons the New York Gothams got the nickname Giants.
Welcome back. Hurston Waldrop fires the first pitch for a strike to the right-handed bat of Sano. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, rips it into left field, down for a base hit. And Profar will fire it into second. And do they get him? Just missed the tag. Pretty good hustle play by Profar. The throw led Ozzie off the bag. He tried to dive and slap the tag, but missed it. Leadoff double for the Fish. And he almost came off the bag. Ozzie did a good job of trying to hold that tag. Should have gave it the old Ron Gant. Was that Herbeck or was that? I always get that confused. It was Herbeck or Gaetti that pushed Ron Gant off the bag in the 90s. First pitch off the way to Paulie, who walked his first time up, is right there, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it into left, making the catch, fires it to back into the infield. F7 in your scorecard, 1 away. One down. Righty-lefty matchup. Edwards back to the top of the order. The first pitch is a curveball up top for a strike. It's 0-1. So I don't know why they were giving him handshakes in the dugout, but a couple of guys came over. Waldrop, 67 pitches. Thought it was a little odd, but you never know if they say, hey, you're only going to get 5 up downs. The 0-1 right there for a strike. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Braves 3, Marlins nothing. Runner at second, 1 out. The 0-2, swing, rips it down the first base line, foul and into the right field corner. We'll do it again, 0-2. The 0-2, down and in, 1-2. One-two count. Waldrop looks in, his 71st of the afternoon. Swing! Pops it back foul. We'll do it again. Standing on deck for the Marlins is Stowers. The 1-2 pitch Way outside, wide sinker. Pops out of the glove of Murphy, but he corrals it before anyone can move. There's a right-hander warming up in the Marlins bullpen, Tyler Phillips, so I'm assuming he's coming in for Gusto. The 2-2. Pops it back foul. Man, he is peppering those pitches, running that pitch count up. The 2-2 count. Brings it. Chops that one foul. He is making him work. One thing you notice about Edwards, if you look in really close to his batting grip, it's not an overuse, but he chokes up just a little bit with 2 strikes. The 2-2 slaps it through the hole, and that's going to score a run. Braves were on a wild shift once again, and he just peppered it over to the left side, and there's nobody over there. And they had Nick Allen basically standing on the second base bag. And at the same token, Nacho Alvarez is guarding the line, so there was an enormous hole over there. Normally I see that pre-pitch, but I don't have that luxury during the Marlins series because I have to use the device that I normally use to see that to bring you the game. So they're going to go out there and talk to Waldrop. 1 run across, 3-1 the score. I will never understand why they do what they do with this. You've got a light-hitting leadoff hitter who sprays the ball you look at his spray chart, it's all over. And they have an overshift. And there's not even a double play intact. The runner's over at second, so you know you're going to have to cheat Alvarez a little over to third. You can't give him that big of a hole. First pitch on the way to Stowers after the powwow on the mound is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. And now with Stowers at the plate, who's actually a power hitter and pulls the ball, they don't have the overshift on. 1-0 right there for a strike up top. 1-1. Playing pretty much double play depth. Oh, I'm sorry, they do. They've slid Nacho Alvarez into the shortstop position, so there's a huge hole down the left field line. The 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. This one makes a little more sense because he is a pull hitter. Xavier Edwards is not a pull hitter. He's only got 1 home run on the year. Not to mention he's a very good bunter, and he could drop down a bunt at any time you're playing that overshift. That's 100% what led to that specific run on that play. 1-2 count. Swing, chops it foul, will do it again. Yeah, I think they need a new director of operations. I'm not necessarily saying that they have to get rid of Anthopoulos because they just signed him to a long deal. They're not getting rid of him. But they need a new vision on how to attack the games. The 1-2. Chops that again. Should be mentioned as well, this is the 3rd time through the order for the rookie, so trying to get him through the top of the order for a 3rd time may be a tall task. 1-2 count. Double play would get us out of it. The pitch. Swing. Fouls it back. Runner went, but he'll retreat back to first. Edwards with very good speed. And he's another one, when he hits second base, when he takes off like that, Nacho has got to run towards third because Edwards could easily If he plays this out right, he could easily say, to heck with sliding. I'm going to hit the second base bag and keep going. The 1-2, pops it up, high in the sky, can of corn. Who wants it? Ozzie calls off Allen. 2 down. And I don't think Nacho has the instincts because, remember, he was originally a second baseman. I don't think he has those instincts right now to realize, because when he ran, he was flat-footed over there at third. I'm telling you, if I'm Edwards, I'm not even sliding. I'm going through, tapping the bag with my foot. I'm going to get there faster. And the guy trying to tag me, he's never going to be able to catch me. Runner goes. Swing, chops it foul down the line. It's 0-1. It's not as important now that there's 2 outs. But Nacho was caught flat-footed earlier in the game. Good to see you, Velvet. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, chops it up the middle. Waldrop gets out of the way, and Ozzie will step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. See how fast that happens? The Velvet pops back in, and Ozzie makes a good play. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. He's due up next. Bottom of the 6th we go.
Your biggest red flag?
I don't know. I drink too much and I black out.
You black out?
I black out.
When's the last time you blacked out?
Like last week. No, I'm sober right now.
You're not sober right
yes,
now.
I am.
I'm looking at you.
All my life, I'm sober.
Okay, ask me a question then.
Okay, what's your deepest insecurity?
That I have a bad personality.
You have a great personality.
You don't know me.
I love your personality.
Thank you so much.
I don't even know who you are. I just tell you have a great personality.
I'm a little drunk. Can I ask you a way worse question?
Of course.
Would you do?
Nah.
Why?
It's too small.
I don't think that matters.
It does matter.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
Today we honor Willie Mays' wonderful career. He is the only player to have at least 50 home runs in a season and 20 triples in a season. Even more impressive, it happened only 2 years apart. He was always in contention for the MVP award, receiving MVP votes in each season from 1954 to 1966, a stretch of 13 years. He was an extra base hit machine, hitting at least 70 extra base hits in 13 straight seasons. His 18 All-Star games as a starter is the most for any player in Major League Baseball history. Some say they invented the All-Star game for Willie Mays. He is the best center fielder of all time. His 12 Gold Gloves are the most by any center fielder. He is the only player in MLB history with at least 3,000 hits, a 300 career average, 300 home runs, and 300 stolen bases. He had 4 home run titles, 4 stolen base titles, and 1 batting title. He also led the NL 5 times apiece in OPS and slugging percentage. He was the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit 50 home runs and steal 20 bases in the same season. He finished 6.6 WAR shy of the all-time mark for position players, despite missing most of the 1952 season and the entire 1953 season while serving in the U.S. Army. It didn't matter the situation, he always produced, batting over 300 at home, on the road, against right-handers, left-handers, and every month with the exception of July. He had 17 20 home run seasons, 11 30 home run seasons, 6 40 home run seasons, and 2 50 home run seasons. The Say Hey Kid. Thank you for all you did for the game.
Welcome back. Ozzie Albies will lead us off.
Stand and block the screen. You may just lose your life.
First pitch on the way. Sorry, hit the wrong button. Swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Just misses outside curveball. 1-1. Gusto is back out there. They had the right-hander warming up. He's only at 88 pitches, so maybe he's just up in case there's a problem here in the 6th. 1-1 pitch, swing, rips it down the line, foul. It's 1-2. Braves lead at 3-1. Marlins still in the playoff chase, and Gusto will be sent back down after today as the 1-2 misses high, 2-2. In all likelihood. They may wear him out until the cows come home because they want to save the bullpen to make sure they split this doubleheader with Alcantara on the mound tonight. The 2-2. Swing. Rips it down the first base line, but just foul. We hope to have Chris Sale back in a few weeks. He started throwing a little bit on the side. The 2-2 pitch. Outside wide. Full count. Remains to be seen if they'll send him down to get stretched out in the minors, or, I mean, with him being, the Braves being out of the playoff hunt, you could always use him as an opener until he gets stretched out. The 3-2 down below the knees. My God, that was a bad call. Ozzie Albies is giving him the what for, and I can't blame him. Ozzie Albies, see if we can get in a little closer here. I mean, that was an awful call. It should be second time today that he has done that to the leadoff batter. And Snickers finally jawing back. Not enough to really have Ozzie's back, but first pitch on the way to Eli White is lifted to center. And the center fielder out there, Marcy, had a bad read on it first, but he'll recover, and it's F8 in the scorecard, 2 down. I mean, if you're Ozzie, he should have just gave him the what for and just get kicked out because you got a game that you can come back out there tonight for. You could have let the new guy play second base and go get you some Powerade or something in the dugout. First pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez is high and out of the zone. It's 0-1. The home plate umpire, David Rackley, really showing his stripes here. The 0-1 swung on, fouled straight back. It's 0-2. Still isn't enough of an argument with Snicker because he just kind of pops up and he kind of yaks over the side. Most managers are going to go out there and they're going to get in between as the 0-2 misses high, 1-2. They're going to get in between Ozzie and the umpire to keep Ozzie from getting kicked out. Plus, it just shows you got to have his back. 1-2 count, swing and a missed strike 3. So what could have been a start to a good inning ends up getting thwarted by the terrible home plate umpire. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Y'all, back when I was a kid, I couldn't stand watching anything with subtitles. Now I literally need them because I can't understand anything them people be saying.
Brother, first time hearing this joke, and let him hear this joke, test out his mentality right here. So you had these two dudes, they was dating, but their relationship was kind of rocky. So one of the dudes wanted to spark, add some flames to the relationship, so he went and got this little game. Came home, the other one came from work, he said, listen, I got this game, we're going to play, it's supposed to help spark our relationship. He said, okay. He said, what I got to do? He said, you got to take off all your clothes, and I got to blindfold you, lay on your stomach. He said, okay. He reached in the new game, pulled out a feather. He said, you got to guess. When I touch your body, you got to guess what it is. He said, okay. He rubbed the feather on his back. I said, is that a feather? He said, damn, you got me. He said, now we got the switch. He took off all his clothes, he blindfolded switch. So the other dude, he wasn't going to get nothing out the box. He wanted to be slick, so he ran outside when he got a water hose. He took it and rubbed it across his back. He said, damn. He said, a water hose? He said, damn. Hey, you got me. So they switched. He laid back down, and he tried to be slick now. He said, all right. He ran upstairs. He went to the bathroom, and they went and got the,
No.
Then they went and got the, oh, you played this game before?
This is 6. Thing you didn't know about Darryl Eugene Strawberry. Number 1. Strawberry and Howard Johnson are one of only 2 teammates to have ever gone 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases in the same season. Number 2. In 1988, he hit a 525-foot home run that struck the roof of Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Number 3. He had 2 3-home run games in his career. Both came against Chicago teams, and there were almost 11 years to the day between each of them. Number 4. He was the starting right fielder in 5 straight All-Star games, and he appeared in a total of 9 All-Star games, including 8 in a row. Number 5. His 252 home runs with the Mets is a record that still stands. Number 6. And let's not forget he was part of the 1992 Springfield Nuclear Power Plant softball team that went on to become the 1992 city champ.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Atlanta Braves will send Waldrop back out there for another inning of work. 7th inning we go. First pitch on the way. 93. P at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Curveball misses outside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Splitter down below the knees. 2-1. Braves 3, Marlins nothing. Game 1 of a double dip. Four-seam fastball evens up the count. 2-2. The 2-2 count. Swing. That ball's hammered into right field in between the 4-3 hole, and the Marlins have a leadoff runner on. Good piece of hitting there by Hicks. One on, nobody out. 89 pitches for Waldrop. I mean, I really feel like you need to go get him. There he goes. I'd rather have the youngster leave on a high note, and I really didn't like him going back out there for the 7th inning, but it's not a big deal. He gave it the one hit, get him out of there, let him leave on a high note. That'll be it for Waldrop. One on, nobody out. Pierce Johnson will come on and try to clean this up. It's top of the 7th. And the Braves lead it 3-1. On this date in 1905, telegram sent to Ty Cobb by Joe Cunningham, a longtime friend, announced, quote, "Come at once. Stop. Very sorry. Stop. Your father is dead in a shooting accident. Stop. Hurry." Ty Cobb receives a telegram sent by his longtime hometown friend informing him that his father, Professor W.H. Cobb, had been killed in a shooting accident the previous night. The incident will profoundly affect the young life of the 18-year-old Augusta tourist of the South Atlantic League, becoming a sordid affair after the police revealed that his mother pulled the trigger. On this date in 1975 at Shea Stadium, Davey Lopes steals his 32nd consecutive base without being caught, breaking Max Carey's 1922 record in the Dodgers' 2-0 victory over New York. In 1989, Vince Coleman will break the Dodgers second baseman's mark. And on this date in 1992, the Brewers retired number 34 in tribute to Raleigh Fingers, who won the 1981 AL Cy Young Award and AL MVP in the first of his 4 seasons with the club. The handlebar mustache all-star closer, recently inducted into the Hall of Fame, will also be honored by Oakland next season when he joins Catfish Hunter as the franchise's second player to have his jersey number retired. Welcome back. Thank you for the membership gifting there, Justin. We'll get to Charlie's here in a second. Braves lead it 3-1. We're in the top of the 7th. Hurston Waldrop goes 6 innings, 1 walk, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed. He is responsible for the run on base. Pull the screen back. First pitch on the way is chopped foul down the line. It's 0-1. Pierce Johnson, your pitcher. ERA of 2.36 on the year. This is the 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Brings it. Curveball at the knees. 0-2. 0-2 count. From the middle of the order, Myers is due up next. The 0-2. In the dirt. Blocked by Murphy. Runner will stay put. Love a double play right here. Tying run standing at the plate. Jacob Marcy, who's 0 for 2, batting .400 this season. Just came up recently, so he doesn't have a ton of at-bats. Probably around 25 at this point. Time is called by Smurf. He's going to go out there and talk to PJ real quick to get things ironed out. Yankees lead the Astros 2-1 in the top of the fourth in your out-of-town scoreboard. The only game going on right now outside of this one. Most of your games are starting at 4 o'clock or 7 o'clock tonight, as is the double dip here in the Braves doubleheader. 1-2 count. Pitch on the way, swing, slaps it into center, that's down for a base hit. And the Marlins have runners on first and second, nobody out. So he'll head on to first. He had first and second. Thank you, Uncle Charlie. First pitch on the way is a hanging curveball up top to Myers. It's 0-1. Myers hit a home run earlier in this series. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Myers struck out his first time up, lined out his second time up. The 0-1. Fastball right down the pipe. It's 0-2. You see the Braves get greedy from time to time, trying to get the extra out or so out of the youngster. And a lot of these relievers are so much better when they come in with clean innings. They start the inning, the 0-1, or 0-2, down and away, 1-2. And PJ is a veteran, and he's used to this, but much higher success rate when these guys come in and start the inning than coming in with runners on. 1-2 count. Looks back the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Swing, dribbles it up the middle. Allen to Ozzie to first, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Big double play there by Pierce Johnson. Tell you one thing I like about that Jen Pawol at first base. She gives the old school punch out on the double play with the leg kick and the double fist. I bet she puts on a show behind home plate. I've seen some things behind home plate, but I didn't know if that was for show, if that was actually during the game. It looks like she puts on a show. It'll be interesting her first time back behind there. The first pitch on the way is a curveball. Swing, and chops it foul. I think that ball got a piece of the batter. Johnson and Smurf behind the plate. It's 0-1. Home plate umpire David Rackley will walk the ball out to PJ to buy some time for Sean Murphy as he tries to retighten the tools of ignorance. The 0-1. Well, you better not be a stranger just to some dorks in here saying something stupid. The 0-1 pitch. Brings it. Fastball right there. P at the knees. 0-2. Oh-2 count. Righty, runner at third now, but there are two outs. PJ looks in, lifts that red glove, and brings it. Swing, lifts it high into center field, drifting over, making the running catch is Michael the Hawk Harris. 75% of this world is covered by water, the rest by Michael Harris. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Something that's not a cult, but seems like a cult.
People that eat sushi. All the ways you could cook fish. You chose none of them. Nope, you eat it raw and wrapped in its own habitat. Then you dip it in something looks like green Play-Doh, tastes like the center of the sun. Who hurt you?
could NFL guys play in the NBA? Could NBA guys play in the NFL? And then,
this conversation been following me.
I can't see you. Let me hear you. A one, a two, a three. We out to the ball game. We out to the night. Find me something up, cracker jack. I don't care if I have to get back over. Root for the
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, leading by 2. Jen Powell Day here at Truist Park, first female umpire in Major League Baseball history. She's done a good job over there. I don't think she's blown a call all day, although we all know people are going to do it. But she looks like she's had a pretty clean day so far. First pitch on the way is a strike there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. George Soriano is the pitcher for the Marlins. Righty, changeup misses down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Nick Allen 1 for 2. Dripped one over the first base bag. Came around to score. 1-1 swing. That ball's hammered down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is just foul. Just foul. Man, oh man alive. See how close it got. Just a few feet to the right. If not, the way Stowers played that, it's either going to jump over the wall for a double or it's going to ricochet and shoot past him, and I think Nick Allen's going to stand at third by the time he corrals that ball. So close, game of inches. The ultimate game of inches. I know all sports try to claim it, but it's never truer than when you're talking about baseball. The 1-2, swing, punches it towards first, but it'll roll foul. One-two pitch. On the way, swing and grounds it over towards short. 6-3, 1 down. George Soriano, right-hander for the Marlins, out of the DR. He's 26 years old. We've seen him quite a bit over the years. He's been up with the Marlins since 2023. Jerickson Profar now your batter. 1 out. Leadoff batter up. First pitch on the way. Slider inside. It's 1-0. Profar walked in the third. Six home runs on the year. 14 RBI, the 1-0. Swing. Bangs it down the first base line, but plenty foul. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Soriano is a 4-pitch mix is the 1-1 outside wide, 96 miles an hour. It's 2-1. And he comes at him pretty evenly. There's not one that he leans on more than anything else. The slider, he does come in at 33%, and that's basically his strikeout pitch. He's got a sinker, a change, and a four-seamer as well. The changeup, this is high and out of the zone, 3-1. 3-1 count. Righty-lefty. Standing on deck, Matt Olson. The pitch. Inside. Called for a strike, 3-2. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that call. That was right there. That was a neighborhood up against the paint strike. One that he did earlier last inning, that one was just god-awful. That was to Ozzie, I believe. Payoff pitch. Brings it. Inside, almost gets him. Bends out of the way. He'll head on down to first. And Profar gets on base, and we'll see if we can get anything rolling here. Just missed his jersey. 1 out walk for the Bravos. And Matt Olson will be the batter. Profar stands at first. 1 out. If you missed it, he made the catch of the year for the Braves earlier. First pitch on the way, 97 inside. It's 1-0. Leaped over the left field wall. Makes the catch. I mean, his belt was over the wall. That's how far he had to go. And leaned in towards the bullpen. Made the catch, stealing a home run. The 1-0. Chops it foul. 1-1. They keep replaying it on the Marlins vision. Surprised they're not doing it more on the Braves vision, because as bad as he's been defensively, that was a shining moment for him. Baldwin stands on deck, 1 on, the 1-1. High and out of the zone, 2-1. Braves lead it 3-1. Two-1 count, Matt Olson. He has been camped at 18 home runs for about a year and a half. The 2-1. Swing! That ball's hammered into right field. That's down for a base hit. And the Braves will go station to station. But we've got 2 on, 1 out. 105 miles an hour off the bat.
Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Good piece of hitting there by Olson. Roped it into right. Stowers with the flip back into the infield. Drake Baldwin will be the batter. Soriano out there talking with the catcher Ramirez. I'm sorry, Hicks. It's Hicks today. Ramirez is the designated hitter. Good chance Ramirez is behind the plate tonight. Hicks will get back behind the bump, behind the dish. You got 2 on, 1 out, first and second. Braves lead by 2. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Baldwin was going for the downs on that one. It's 0-1. Baldwin could double the lead if we can go shopping in the gap here. The 0-1. 87 change up high. 0-2. Standing on deck is Smurf. Love to get some insurance here. The 0-2. Down and in, 1-2. 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. You could break this open. You could save the back of the bullpen for game 2. The focus will be to get this win and go from there, but if you could break it open. The 1-2. Swing, pops it up. Back behind home plate, but it'll get into the stands. And Drake will live to tell the tale. So a 1-2 count. Drake, by the way, how about he's 10 for 26 versus the Marlins this year. Pretty good hit rate. The 1-2. Swing. Must have got a piece of his foot, rolls him foul. He got the top of his right foot. He's got some padding there, but that's going to smart tomorrow. 1-2 count. Misses outside wide, 2-2. So Deuce is wild here in the 7th. You got 2 on. A 2-2 count. The Braves lead by 2. The 2-2. Swing, roasted up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Here comes Profar. He will score. The Braves will go first to third. Matty O is safe, and the runners are on the corners. And your Atlanta Braves, Drake actually makes it all the way up to second base, and the Braves have taken a 4-1 lead off the hit off the Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
That was a worm burner through the hole, just to the left of Soriano on the mound. Sliding attempt by Sanoa, but he could not corral it. And good job of base running by Drake Baldwin when he saw the throw go to third. He kept on just kind of cruising and snuck on into second. So now 4-1 your score. First pitch to Smurf is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 97 at the knees. 0-2. Fly ball here could make this a 4-run game. Oh, 2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss at a slider well in the dirt. I mean, that was halfway to China, 2 down. Sean Murphy down on strikes. He continues his struggles at the plate. He's now 0 for 3 and batting just .217. There's got to come a point where you got to drop him much lower in the order until he heats back up. We all know he's a hot hitter. When he gets hot, put him up there. First pitch on the way to Harris is a changeup. Belt high, it's 0-1. I think the only reason why he's up there is because they don't want to do 3 lefties in a row. The 0-1. Chops it foul. It's 0-2. But you've got other options. I mean, you've got, including Ozzie Albies, you've got 4 right-handers at the bottom of the order. You know, Ozzie's a switch hitter, but you could always sneak him in there as well. So an 0-2 count. Tonight it won't be an issue because it should be Ozuna DHing. The 0-2. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, a 3-run shot. And your Atlanta Braves and Muddy Mike go Bonzo. It's 7-1. How about that? He gave that puppy a ride. A hanger, a banger. 11th home run of the year, 54th RBI, 409 happy feet over the wall.
It's all right. My name is Money Mike. All right, then. Use your eyes. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else. Never know.
First pitch on the way. Ozzie Albies is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Change up. Down and away. 0-2. By the way, 1-1. Dylan Lee caught that ball on the fly in the bullpen. The 1-1. Right there for a strike. Change up at the knees. 1-2. 1-2 count. Man, he belted that one. He got all of a 97-mile-an-hour pitch. The 1-2 misses 2-2. Good to see him hitting well and smiling again. That'll raise his batting average all the way up to 237. Remember, he was barely over the Mendoza line. The 2-2 chops it foul. Basically, in the past month, he's raised his batting average about 30 points. So I do remember it being 207 right around the All-Star break. 2-2 count. But it's strange. He tends to get hot in the last part of the year. He's got to fix that. The 2-2 swing, hits it hard into right. It'll be an F9 scorecard. Ozzie with a pretty good whack on it, but caught by Stowers at the wall. We'll be back at a flash here on Braves Country. It's the 8th inning, and you know what that means. It's happy hour.
106 miles from Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
Okay.
Let's get it! Hey!
Have dinner, everybody. I put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is no...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country. Drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
Welcome back, Braves Country. Atlanta Braves lead this one 7-1, and Dylan Lee, who was warming up in the pen and caught that home run ball by Michael Harris, fires the first pitch in for a strike to Sanoa. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup, the 0-1. Right down Main Street, four-seam on the inner cut. It's 0-2. I'd like to see a good outing here by Dylan Lee. He's had a couple rough ones recently. 0-2 count. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Bends it back out of play. Braves lead by 6. They're 6 defensive outs away. 0-2, dragged over towards third. 5-3, one down. If you're just joining us, a couple of things you may have missed. Hurston Waldrop has pitched one heck of a game. He went 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 earned run. Pierce Johnson was able to get him out of a little bit of a jam in the 7th inning. He'll be in line for the win if this score holds. Jurickson Profar made an outstanding catch over the wall, the left field wall, to rob a home run, and Michael Harris hammered a home run into the bullpen in the 7th to give us a 6-run lead, a 3-run shot. The 0-1 from Lee misses high, 1-1. And the historic side of it, Jen Pawol manning first base today. The 1-1 pops it up. High in the sky, giving chase is Harris and Allen. Harris will call off Allen at the last minute and grab the ball, 2 down. She's had a couple of bang plays there, and she's done a good job over there. Done very well for her first time Major League umpire. Said it well before this game when people were trying to poo-poo on it. There's no way she's going to do worse than some of these other clowns we see out here on a daily basis. First pitch on the way, swung on, pops it up, and that should be, well, this time Allen will call off everybody in the Bermuda Triangle there in left center, and that'll end the inning. Marlins go down, 1, 2, 3. Book of Eli grabs the stick when we return here in Braves country.
Pendleton pulls it down the right field line, hooking toward the corner. It is a fair ball. Pendleton on his way to second with a leadoff double. Rounded to the right, booted by Lee. Pendleton to third on the play. The 3-0 to Brady. Ball 4. Jim Leland on his way to the mound to take out Doug Drabeck. Tying run at second, winning run at first. Gant hits one to left. Bonds on the track, at the wall, makes the catch. Pendleton on to score the first Atlanta run of the ballgame. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Oh, so close was the last pitch to Berryhill.
And Mike Laval, you're barking at home plate umpire Randy Marsh. He wanted it. He thought it was a strike.
1 out and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th. Hunter, little looper, leaned is there and makes the catch. The runner tags but will not try it. He doesn't walk much. He walked only 17 times in 300 at-bats in AAA this year. He hacked at the 2-0, now the 2-1. Line drive and a base hit! Just as the score of the tying run. Green to the plate. And he is safe. Safe at the plate. The Braves go to the World Series.
There are 2 exceptional right-handed starters who didn't make this show because they straddled the line between the 1800s and the modern era. Cy Young is the all-time leader in wins, innings, complete games, and starts, but only 44% of his 511 victories came in the modern era. Cy, of course, has an award for pitching excellence named after him. There is no such award named in Kid Nichols' honor, but he's still one of the best. No pitcher, before or since, has matched his 7 seasons of 30 or more wins, but 86% of his 361 victories came before 1901. Kid and Cy are both in the Hall of Fame, but because of when they began their careers, they are just a well-deserved postscript to this show. That's our now. What's yours?
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way to the Book of Eli is right there for a strike. It's on 1. Zuber, the right-hander. I believe we've seen him before. The 0-1 swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Righty. Sweeper misses outside wide. 1-2. I believe he was the Tyler Zuber. I believe he was the one that was added to the roster for the doubleheader, so he's here for mop-up duty. The 1-2. Chopped deep in the hole over to short. Eli White will be out by about a step. 6-3 on the putout. 1 away. A little surprised. Let me take another look at this. Eli must have been slow coming out of his... Yeah, he stumbled a bit. Because normally that would have been a lot closer if not safe. Tyler Zuber. This is his debut for the Marlins. He did pitch for the Mets 2 innings earlier this year, so they must have picked him up off the trash sheet. First pitch on the way is a sweeper inside. It's 1-0. The 1-0. 88 up top. Misses 1-1. Called for a strike, but he missed that. That hit nothing but air. That's an air ball if you were playing basketball there. The 1-1. Swing. Fouls it away, 1-2, or it's a clanker off the rim. Tyler Zuber is from Whitehall, Arkansas, and played his college ball at Arkansas State. Drafted by the Royals in 2017, the 6th round. So he spent the first part of his years pretty much in the same area. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Sweeper got him. 2 down. Played for the Royals in 20 and 21. The Rays last year and the Mets for 2 innings this year. He was only with the Rays 3 innings last year. He got a career ERA of 5.27. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen is up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Little Nicky came around to score after an infield or a bleeding single over the first base head. Is he 0-1? They're going to check down the line. Jen says no dice. It's 1-1. He also stole a base. 1-1. Swing, slaps it back foul, 1-2. 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nick Allen down on strikes. Hopefully that's the last time we bat in this game. Braves lead by 6. But you know how 2025's gone. Don't go anywhere. It ain't over yet.
Listen, I don't care who you are, what weight class you in, where you've been, I don't county you've been a part of. I'm ready to go whenever you are. I'm just saying.
A buddy of mine was like, hey, I'm going camping this summer. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm not a camping guy, okay? I prefer to not camp and shower. But I get the appeal. You get to bathe in a lake and poop in the woods like it's the 1700s, and you get to put food in a container so that a bear doesn't eat it or you, and you get to start a lot of sentences with, oh crap, I forgot the, and you get to disconnect from your phone and basic hygiene, and you get to wake up and go, did anybody hear that? And you get to stare out onto a beautiful lake and think to yourself, ah, this is what it's all about, right before a horsefly bites you in the face. And you get an overall sense of pride and poison ivy. So I don't mind camping, but I'll stay in a hotel nearby and I'll meet you up for some marshmallows. So
in 1860, someone came up with an idea. Why wait until it got warm to play baseball? We can just play baseball in the winter. And that's how Baseball on Ice was born. So how exactly does it work? It was still baseball, other than the fact that it was the mid-1800s, so pitchers were throwing underhand and gloves were nowhere to be found. One of the earliest documented instances occurred in January of 1860. Not only was there an increase at the gates, there was also an increase in collisions and falls. A year later, the Brooklyn Atlantics, one of the best teams in the National Association, beat the Charter Oaks 36-27 in the first game of ice baseball played in New York. Winds and terrible weather made things way more difficult for players who were already struggling at skating, and not long after, Baseball on Ice had reached its end. It did make a comeback for 2 games in 1884, but in those games, there was 27 errors. Can't say let's bring it back. Skeens on the mound with his 100-plus fastball, Ohtani at bat trying to take it 400 feet, players from both teams making diving plays and skates. I'd watch it. Would you?
We're going to have Tyler Kinley to try to close this one out. Right-hander, we got in the Rockies, from the Rockies at the trade deadline. First pitch on the way is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swung on, foul back. One count. Swing, rips it towards right field, drifting back, making the catch right before the warning track is the Book of Eli. One away. Please smash that like on your way out. We're coming back for Game 2 tonight, 7:15 first pitch. We'll come on the air about 6:45, get you ready. Braves and Marlins, Game 2. Set to be right now, it's Fetty versus Alcantara. First pitch on the way is a slider at the knees. It's a 1-1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 1-1. He called that first. I kind of give up on this guy, but that first pitch was right there in the zone. The 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Nice slider, 1-2. He's got a pretty good slider from what we're seeing from Kenley. And he's another one of those guys that I think the Braves believe his stuff is going to be much better not in Colorado, not with that. Because just like Pierce Johnson is the 1-2. Caught. Oh, come on. That was right there, buddy. What are we doing? What are we doing? Shame on you, David Rackley. But just like Pierce Johnson with his curveball in Colorado, it snaps much better outside of those elements. The 2-2. Chops it over to third. Nacho over to Olsen. Bad throw by Nacho. It'll be E5. Olsen tried to scoop it out of the dirt, but a lazy throw by Nacho Alvarez. He just kind of flipped it off his back foot instead of stepping into it. 1 on, 1 out. You know what I'm doing there? If you got a manager that is managing right now, you bench him, like immediately. That was a lazy throw. That wasn't a difficult throw. That wasn't this and that. In fact, they're showing it over and over in the Miami Vision because they know. That is something you do during practice when you're just kind of lofting them over there. So E5, an egg on the face for Nacho Alvarez. 1 on, 1 out. The first pitch to Hicks is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. He just kind of backpedaled and flipped it underhanded, sidearmed, and it's a lazy approach. And you got to send a message. The 0-1. Down below the knees. 1-1. That was not on Olsen. That was 1,000% on Nacho. 1-1 count. Up top. 2-1. The 2-1 chopped over towards second. Ozzie fires it to first. They're going to try to hit the double play, but no chance. Safe at first, but there are 2 down. A little surprised Ozzie didn't just take the easy play to first. There was no way he was going to get the double play turn, but nonetheless, strong effort to try to pull the 4-6-3. With a 6-run lead, you keep the runner out of scoring position. There are 2 outs. Righty-lefty matchup. Sorry, that thing got jammed. They were trying to get it down. Without restarting the whole thing, we weren't able to take it off the screen. First pitch on the way is a slider off the 0-1, and it's down and in. It's 1-1. That was my main reason for saying that. Hicks goes and takes second base with defensive indifference. So it doesn't really matter if you get that out at second because they're going to steal or take. He won't be given a stolen base. They're going to take second base, so you might as well just get the easy out at first. The 1-1. Up top, slider. You go around, he did not. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Yeah, it got stuck. Like I said, sometimes when we've done that in the past, we have to go in and go out, but there's no way I can do that and come back in time. So we're just trying to jam it. We finally figured it out. The 2-1 count. Swing pops it up. Back behind home plate. Making the catch is Murph, and that'll end it. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. Did he not catch it? They're saying it hit the screen at the top and then bounced off. All right, a little premature. He caught the ball, but it must have hit the very top of the screen and then bounced, and he caught it off the bounce. They're finally showing the umpires calling it as a dead ball. The 2-2, down and in, full count. So they jumped the gun a little bit. Wanted to give you a couple extra pitches since you missed the first part of the inning with that stupid card couldn't come down. Time is called. Full count. Don't go anywhere yet there, shooter. Comes set. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Now Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. Congratulations to Jen Pawol on her first game as a Major League umpire, breaking the gender barrier. And your game ball, I think, has to go to Hurston Waldrop. Hurston Waldrop fires 6 innings of 6 strikeout ball, 1 earned run, 1 walk. He'll get the win. Good job by the rest of the bullpen. Pierce comes in, cleans up the mess in the 7th inning, keeps them off the board. A clean inning by Lee, and only 1 runner allowed by Kenley. And the Braves take care of the Marlins 7-1. The other thing this does, if we are in it tonight and have a chance for the win, Raciel Iglesias was never used. Daysball Hernandez was never used. So you didn't use a ton of pitchers in this game, and the Braves are going to be looking for the doubleheader sweep. And if they get the sweep, they win the series. And that's not nothing against a division rival who is still trying to get to the postseason. I mean, it's a long shot, but the Marlins are right there, and it'll kind of sharpen our knives as we head towards this month of August, where next week, remember, we're going to be trying to take on the Mets. The week after that, we play the Mets again. We play the Phillies this week, and the Marlins again later in the month. There's a lot of divisional games, and it'll be fun to play spoiler. Y'all have a great night, Braves country. Braves win. And congrats to Jen Pawol on a job well done and hopefully a long career. Y'all have a great one, Braves country. We'll see you 6:45, first pitch.
There's something, I'll say this kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
Take me out to the bar.